How do we embed quotes? Why do we embed quotes? We need to embed quotes to make our writing more fluent and more effective. It needs to be embedded in order for it to be precise. Let's look at an example. So we've been reading Animal Farm and we've taken some quotes from Animal Farm and I've embedded it for you. So if you looked at yesterday's performance, this example will definitely be useful for yourself. So we've said the performance was breathtaking, leaving the opponents silent and terrified. So this is a quote from Animal Farm where it describes the impact of Napoleon carrying out murders on the farm, and it leaves the animals silent and terrified. We've then said the Barcelona players walked off the field. They were left silent and terrified. That's why they walked off the field. So I could have actually embedded this cleaner and more effectively here. I think I got carried away by the performance that I saw yesterday. That's example one. Let's look at example two. So Estavio dribbled majestically and left his opponents casting glances. Rather than take the whole quote where it says majestically stood upright, that was the quote in Animal Farm describing Napoleon. I've taken this quote and I put it in a complete different context just to show you how to embed the quote. So I've said, Estavio dribbled majestically. He saw his dribbling, amazing. And it left his opponents casting glances. They were looking around because they didn't know how to deal with this situation. This was something that shocked them. So they were casting glances. Now let's look at one more example very quickly. If we go to A Christmas Carol, the quote that we know is solitary as an oyster. So now if I try to embed this into a sentence, I might say Chelsea's performance last night left Jamal solitary as an oyster. He was unable to understand the force with which his team was dismantled. Okay, just reading that out. So no offense to Yamal, he's one of the best players on the planet, but yesterday he was definitely dismantled. So if I read that out, Chelsea's performance last night left Yamal solitary as an oyster as he was unable to understand the force through which his team was dismantled. He was deemed by his supporters as a sinner due to his performance, which resulted in him being sub or. So now I've added in a one word, which is taken from, again, from A Christmas Carol. So we've got the quote, solitary as an oyster. We've got bold sinner, which is a reference to Scrooge. But here I'm using it to talk about Barcelona's performance and what happened to Yamal. So he was deemed by his supporters as a sinner due to his performance, which resulted in him being subbed off. Of course, he's not deemed a sinner. This is exaggeration. I'm just showing you how to embed quotes and just making what we witnessed yesterday, which was a historic moment, just making it relevant. So make sure you share this video. Make sure you like it if you have benefited from the content. And if you're a Chelsea fan, respect to you all.